Now in second quadrant, CH1, CH3, CH4 are off, CH2 is operated, reverse current flows and I is negative through L, CH2, D4 and E. When CH2 off, D1 and D4 are on and current is feedback to the source. So E plus L di by dt is more than source voltage Vs. As I0 is negative and V0 is positive, so second quadrant operation. Third quadrant, CH1 is off, CH2 is on, CH3 operated, so both V0, I0 are negative, CH3 turning off negative and current prevails through CH2 and D4. Steady state analysis of practical buck chopper. The voltage across the inductor L is equal to EI is equal to L di by dt. Vs minus Va is equal to L d by T1 of I1 minus I2 is equal to L del I by T1. T1 is equal to del I L by Vs minus Va. The inductor current falls linearly from I2 to I1 in time T2 as Vs is equal to 0. So minus Va is equal to L I1 minus I2 by T2. If I2 minus I1 is equal to del I, then minus Va is equal to minus L del I by T2. T2 is equal to L del I by Va. Del I is equal to I2 minus I1 is equal to peak ripple current. Del I is equal to Vs minus Va by L into T1, that is equal to Va T2 by L. Now T1 is equal to alpha T, T2 is equal to 1 minus alpha T. Va is equal to Vs into T1 by T, that is equal to B alpha into Vs, where alpha is the duty cycle of the chopper and that is defined as the total on period by the total chopping period. That the ratio between on period of the chopper to the total chopping period known as your duty cycle. Then chopping frequency is the reciprocal of total chopping period. If the circuit is lossless, then Vs Is is equal to Va Ia, that is equal to alpha Vs Ia. Is is equal to alpha into Ia. Now switching period T can be expressed as if T is equal to 1 by F, that is equal to T1 plus T2 is equal to del I L by Vs minus Va plus del I L by Va, del I L Vs by Va whole into Vs minus Va. So peak to peak ripple current del I is equal to Va whole into Vs minus Va by F L into Vs. Del I is equal to Va alpha 1 minus alpha by F into L. The peak to peak voltage of the capacitor is del Vc is equal to del I by 8F into C. So from the above equation, del Vc is equal to Va Vs minus Va divided by 8LC F square Vs into Vs alpha whole into 1 minus alpha by 8LC F square. The condition for continuous inductor current and capacitor voltage. If IL is the average inductor current, del IL is equal to 2IL, Va is equal to alpha Vs, Vs alpha whole into 1 minus alpha by F into L. I2 minus I1 by 2 is equal to IL, so del I is equal to 2IL, Vs alpha whole into 1 minus alpha by F into L. As Va is equal to alpha Vs, so Ia is equal to alpha Vs by R, 2Ia is equal to 2 alpha Vs by R. So from equation 4, we can write LC is equal to 1 minus alpha into R by 2F, which is the critical value of the inductor. Del Vc is equal to 2 into Va. 2Va is equal to Vs alpha whole into 1 minus alpha by 8 LCF square, that is equal to 2 alpha into Vs. So C is equal to 1 minus alpha by 16 LF square. Peak to peak ripple voltage of the capacitor del Vc is equal to Vc minus Vc whole into T is equal to 0. So 1 by C integration 0 to T1 Ic dt, 1 by C integration 0 to T1 Ia, that is equal to Ia T1 by C. So T1 is equal to Va minus Vs by Vaf. T1 is equal to Va minus Va by Taf. 1 minus alpha is equal to Vs by alpha. 1 minus T1 by T is equal to Vs by Va. So that implies simple T1 is equal to Va minus Vs by Va into F. The condition for continuous inductor current and capacitor voltage. If IL is equal to average inductor current, then IL is equal to del I by 2, del I is equal to Bs alpha by F into L, that is equal to 2I into L, that is equal to 2IA, that is equal to 2 Bs by 1 minus alpha into R. As Ba is equal to Bs by 1 minus alpha, so that implies 2IA is equal to 2 Bs by 1 minus alpha into R. So del IL is equal to 2IL whole is equal to 2IA is equal to 2 Bs by 1 minus alpha into R, that is equal to Bs into alpha by F into L. Well, C is equal to alpha whole into 1 minus alpha into R by 2F. Del Vc is equal to 2Va, Ia alpha by Cf is equal to 2Ba is equal to 2Ia by into R. So that implies simple C is equal to alpha by 2F R. Just now discuss regarding another device, that is inverter. So these are inverter is a device, that is also another converter. The device that convert DC power into AC power at a desired output voltage and frequency is called an inverter. First come to the single phase voltage source inverter. So here the two figures drawn here, that is figure 1 and this one is figure 1, this one is figure 2. In figure 1 comprises of a pair of thyristor T1, T2 and a pair of diodes D1 and D2. The two diodes are connected in such a manner that diode D1 is connected anti-parallel to the thyristor T1, D2 is connected anti-parallel to the thyristor T2, and the total supply voltage is now divided here Vs by 2 the upper half of the bridge and the Vs by 2 in the lower half of the bridge. Their load is connected here, I0 is the load current, I0 is the load current, V0 is the load voltage, Vs is equal to source current, Is is the source voltage. So the D1 and T1 connected anti-parallel with each other, D2 and T2 are connected anti-parallel with each other. So then come to the second diagram, that is the quadrant, that is the gate current Ig1 diagram for thyristor 1, Ig2 diagram for thyristor 2. This is load voltage V0 form, and this one is like this. During thyristor on period or T1 on period the voltage is like this, T2 on period the voltage is like pulse is like this. During T1 on period the pulse is like this, T2 on period the pulse is like this. So in this way the thyristor convert now DC to AC. We are putting the first AC voltage, DC voltage, and the output we are getting AC voltage. So that the V0 RMS is equal to 1 by T0 by 2 integration 0 to T0 by 2 Vs square by 4 into dt, that is equal to Vs by 2. So V0 minus alpha, V0 is equal to alpha 0 by 2 plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinite an cos n omega t plus bn sin n omega t. Due to symmetry along x-axis, A0 is equal to 0, n is equal to 0, bn is equal to 4 Vs by n pi. The instantaneous output voltage V0 is equal to summation of L is equal to infinite is equal to 1 to 3, that is equal to 2 Vs by n pi sin n omega t is equal to 0, that is n is equal to 2, 4, 3 etc. The RMS value of fundamental output voltage V01 is equal to 2 Vs by square root 2 pi, that is equal to 0.245 Vs. If V0 is equal to summation of n is equal to 1 to 135 2 Vs by n pi into sin n omega t, then summation of n is equal to 1 to 35 2 Vs by n pi square root of r square plus n omega l square sin n omega t minus omega theta n. So P01 is equal to I01 square into r, that is equal to Vs by square root pi r square plus omega square root over plus square into r. So DC supply current, assuming a lossless inverter, the AC power absorbed by the load must be equal to the average power supply by DC source. So the integration 0 to t is t dt, that is equal to V1 by Vs 0 to t root 2 V01 sin omega t root 2 I0 sin omega t minus theta 1 dt, that is equal to Is. V01 is equal to fundamental RMS output voltage, I0 is equal to RMS load current, theta 1 is equal to load angle at the fundamental frequency.